Hello, I love animals. Let me explain here. Animals are cute, aren't they? There are many cute animals in Japan. We'll show you tourist spots for animals that are only found in Japan, and are popular with foreigners. In Japan, there are various kinds of animals depending on the region. In addition, there has not been a custom to hunt wild animals for food, so they are on good terms with humans. However, even in Japan, there are dangerous animals that attack people. Dangerous animals are discussed in Matsu 6, so I won't go into that here. Have you ever seen monkeys taking a bath in a tourist guide or pamphlet? The monkeys are endemic to Japan and live in the northernmost part of the world and are called Japanese monkeys. You may have seen videos of monkeys, but monkeys living in the snow are rare. The monkeys that take a dip in the hot spring are at the Jigokudani Wild Monkey Park in Shiga Kogen, Nagano. This is the only place in the world where you can see monkeys taking a bath in a hot spring. These monkeys are wild and not trained by humans. In 1952, Shiga Kogen developed the forest where many monkeys live by developing ski resorts. As a result, the monkeys ran out of food and started to damage human crops. In order to prevent it, they started feeding wild monkeys in a corner of Jigokudani Hot Spring. 5 years later, they succeeded in feeding the wild monkeys. Wild monkeys came to gather around Jigokudani. One winter, a baby monkey took a bath in an open-air bath at a Japanese inn out of coldness and curiosity. After that, adult monkeys gradually entered the bath. They are all wild monkeys, though they are still fed. Japanese monkeys are very strong-minded monkeys and are not afraid of humans. If you try to make eye contact with them for a while or touch them, they will attack you. If you don't do anything, they will just walk by, but if you have food or a bag in your hand, they may take it from you. This is true not only in Jigokudani Wild Monkey Park, but also in other parts of Japan, so when you go to see the monkeys, please don't carry any luggage in your hands and keep your bags on your back. This is not limited to Japan, but you should never feed wild animals by yourself. Next, the deer in Nara Park are also famous. It is said that the ancestors of the deer in Nara Park were the deer that carried the gods on their back. According to an old manuscript called Meniwashu, deer have been playing in that area since about 1,300 years ago. Today, there are about 1,200 deer in and around Nara Park. All deer in Nara Park are wild and are designated as a special natural monument of Japan. It is punishable by law if you injure or catch them. On the other hand, some deer may bite, headbutt or attack humans, but in Nara, deer are considered to be better than humans. It is said that the reason why deer attack humans is because of humans. The reason for this is that no local people are attacked by deer. Here are some characteristics of people who are attacked. In Nara Park, deer crackers are sold for use by deer. It is forbidden to feed them anything other than deer crackers. Someone who holds a deer cracker in his hand, but does not give it to the deer. People who persistently hold the deer down and take pictures of it. People who pretend to be holding a deer cracker when they are not holding a deer cracker. People who block the path of a deer. This is an act that makes even humans angry, and deer get angry too. The deer in Nara Park are famous for approaching people and bowing to them to beg for food, but if you don't have a deer cracker in your hand, hold out your hands to let them know you are not holding one. If you don't have deer crackers, tell them that you don't have any, and they will leave quietly. Nara Park is a well-maintained park, but it has been home to wild deer for 1,300 years. Remember, the deer don't come to humans, humans come to the deer. Next, I would like to introduce you to places where you can interact with animals such as Cat Island and Usagi Island. There are zoos, safari parks, and aquariums all over Japan, but since most of them are aimed at Japanese people, they don't contain any rare animals from a global perspective. On the other hand, there are places where the number of animals that have increased in number is being looked after warmly. They are surprisingly popular among foreigners. An island in Japan where many cats live is commonly called Nekojima. This is not the official name of the island. There are more than 10 places called Nekojima in Japan. The cats on Nekojima are not released for sightseeing purposes, but live freely among stray cats that naturally increase in number and their owners. Although they are strays, they are friendly to people and their health and hygiene are managed by volunteers and island residents. Much of Cat Island is not a tourist destination. Boats that cross to the island are also used by residents, not tourist boats. As the number of tourists has increased in recent years, there are many problems such as feeding cats and dumping garbage, so be sure to check the rules of each island before visiting. You are free to interact with cats on any island. Introducing the cat islands around Japan. The closest place to Tokyo is Enoshima in Fujisawa City, Kanagawa Prefecture. Enoshima is very close to Kamakura, so it's easy and convenient to get to, but the number of cats is smaller than on other islands. Although Enoshima is called island, there is a bridge over the island, so you can cross to Enoshima by bus or on foot. The island is a tourist destination, so you can enjoy the sights. The original island, called Nekojima, is called Tashirojima in Ishinomaki City, Miyagi Prefecture. The population of this island is about 60 people, and they live by fishing. The island's guardian deity is the cat god, so the cats are very well taken care of. Dogs, the natural enemy of cats, are not allowed on the island. You can get to the island from Ishinomaki, Miyagi Prefecture, on a regular boat, which takes about 40 minutes. The next stop for cat lovers all over Japan is Aoshima Island in Ozu City, Ehime Prefecture. Surprisingly, only 15 people live on the island. When the regular ferry arrives, you will be greeted by many cats. As Aoshima is not a tourist destination, there are no restaurants on the island. Other. Okishima Island in Lake Biwa, Shiga Prefecture. Manabe Island in Okayama Prefecture. Hiragun Island and Shukushima in Yamaguchi Prefecture. Aijima in Fukuoka Prefecture. Ogajima and Sayu Island in Kagawa Prefecture. There are many places, commonly known as cat islands. If you are ever in the vicinity, this is a great place to visit for cat lovers. Next to Cat Island, it's Usagi Island. It's Okonojima in Takahara City, Hiroshima Prefecture. The island has a dark history of war, but it is now a national park and a very peaceful island. The island is only 4 kilometers in circumference and is home to about 1,000 rabbits. There are many theories as to why the number of rabbits has increased, but the exact reason is not known. The rabbits are not released for tourism purposes, they have become wild. The sea is very beautiful on Okuno Island, and there are accommodations and an all-rental campground. The rabbits that live on the island are accustomed to people and offer the ultimate fluff experience. You are free to feed them. If you like rabbits, I highly recommend going. It is not edible. There are facilities and parks throughout Japan where many wild animals congregate, but please do not bully them as they are all wild. Next, let's talk about Japanese dogs that are popular overseas. There are 6 original breeds of Japanese dogs: Akita, Kai, Kishu, Shiba, Shikoku and Hokkaido, Ainu, as well as 11 breeds of Japanese dogs, including the Pekingese, Tossa, Japanese Terrier, Japanese Spitz, and American Akita. In the past, there was an excellent hunting dog called Koshi Dog in the Hokuriku region, but the purebred breeds disappeared in 1971. There are about 10 other breeds called Chi Inu in Japan, but all of them are excluded because they are descended from the original breeds. By the way, many foreigners have a hard time deciding what to call a Japanese dog, especially when it comes to how to read the dog part. In fact, it doesn't matter whether you read it as Inu or Ken, it's all correct. However, the official pronunciation of Akita and Shiba Inu seems to be Inu. Even the Japanese don't know what the correct reading is for this reading. The history of the Japanese dog dates back 13,000 years ago to the German period, and traces of their life together have been discovered in the ruins of the German period, so it can be said that they have been together since that time. The Japanese dog's personality is exactly the same as that of a samurai, and although they are extremely loyal to their owners, they have a hard time opening up to anyone else, making them a difficult breed to train. Even if you meet a Japanese dog during sightseeing in Japan, please do not get close to it, please check with the owner and so on before approaching it. Well-disciplined Japanese dogs are gentle. This manager has had purebred Japanese dogs many times, and I recognize that they are dangerous dogs. They are sometimes said to be smart dogs, but it is not true. There are no Japanese dogs among the police dogs and disaster rescue dogs. They are only loyal to those who they recognize as their master, and they will risk their lives for them. If you are a foreigner who is going to get a Japanese dog, please understand that and keep it. There is an animal in Japan that is known as phantom. There are two types of animals in Japan, those that actually existed and have been declared extinct and those that have been seen but not recognized. The Japanese wolf and Japanese river otter are representative of the animals that became extinct in Japan. The Japanese wolf lived in many parts of Japan, but the one kept in the Ueno Zoo in Tokyo in June 1892 was the last animal to be declared extinct in 1902. The last sighting of the Japanese otter was in 1979, and its extinction was announced in 2012. By the way, the creator of this site went fishing in 1978 and saw an otter. The reason I introduced these two extinct species is because there are actually many sightings of these two species even today. The Japanese otter in particular has been photographed and sighted all over Japan in 2017, 2018, and 2020, and the survival theory is strong. There is also a theory that the Japanese wolf is alive because its howls have been heard many times in mountainous areas. As you can see in the next section, a trout, which was declared extinct in 1948, was discovered in 2010. This is the first time in 62 years that it has been discovered. The next one is the Tsuchinoko. It is a phantom creature that appears in the Japanese anime Doraemon. It resembles the lizard that lives in Australia, but it does not have arms and legs. There have been sightings throughout Japan, but they have not actually been captured. For this reason, bounties and products are being offered in various locations. The highest amount is 100 million yen for a capture in Itagawa City, Niigata Prefecture, and 100,000 to 10 million yen for a photo shoot. You can also get 20 million yen for catching a Tsushinoko in Shirakawa-go, Gifu Prefecture, which is famous for its sightseeing spots. In addition, there are some other events of Tsuchinoko in various places. Some places even give you land. If you are an animal lover, it's fun to travel around while thinking about such romanticism. The animals in Hokkaido are also very popular with foreigners, so here are some pictures. Although Japan is said to be a modern country, 66% of the country is forest, and there are many unexplored forests. It is not strange that there are extinct species and undiscovered species which continue to live there. We'll be making more videos, so please stay tuned. Thank you for watching.